2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 308 of the Good Morning Guys podcast, thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we are talking about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I am one of your hosts, Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisha. Also with me to my left, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, currently trying to hide behind the microphone. I can't tell. Patrick Novercell. Novercell.
Yes. No. Yeah. People.
I just went to the courthouse and I changed your last name. You are now Novercell. Novercell. Also with me to my cat E corner and the foreigner farm. The foreigner. Marc's the foreigner, apparently.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Marc, I changed your citizenship to Greenland. You're now the one citizen of Greenland.
I'll take it.
Let's see. The former final member of the GMG Quadfecta with music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Carreta in his old stomago, Marc Boucher.
Fun fact. Pretty sure Greenland, not green.
It's not.
It's all ice. Yeah.
Yep. And Iceland is very nice.
Green.
I really feel like the dude that named those was drunk.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's
Probably.
quite
That was
possible.
a joke. Hey.
And finally, the normal crew. Wait, from the normal crew. What did I
The
write?
normal crew. The rest of us, not normal. He's
No,
the only
definitely
normal one.
not. He's the only
I'm the
normal,
normal
right.
crew. Hi.
Yeah, this is a normal guy. The rest of us is spatial. With me to my bottom, the newest final member of the GMG Quadfecta, the North Kakalaki, who's possibly unlikely to have already eaten dinner already. Our howdy, hey, handyman, Hank McCoy. Ryan Isley.
Hi there.
Hi. What are you doing?
Hello.
What is this?
Political thumbs.
He didn't say a thing.
I did not say the thing. Later.
He'll-
Maybe I'll say the thing.
Oh, saving it for later. Okay.
The political
If you're-
thumbs. Political thumbs up. This is what politicians do.
I did not have
Yep.
sex
Yep.
relations.
If you're new joiners, we don't
I
normally
did
give
not
political
steal
thumbs up.
Declaration of Independence.
Oh man.
Nicolas
where were we?
Cage pops in, but we're totally going to.
If you're new with us,
Secret
joiner,
Lives of
this is usually how it goes off the rails within 2 minutes. This is actually we actually waited a little bit before we went off the rails.
Mhm.
And if you're not new, well, you know that we don't make sense
You did
That's
that to
right.
yourself.
every time, 80% of the time. So enjoy it.
Works every time.
Enjoy it while it lasts. You never know. Well, that's got dark. All right, so
Yeah,
let's
dude.
get into what's new news. Who wants to start? Paper, rock, scissors, go.
Yes. One,
Paper, rock,
2, 3,
scissors,
shoot. All right. I beat Lucas and Marc. Marc
covered
beats
you.
Wait,
Mark
Ryan, are
Johnson.
you doing Ryan? Is
Ryan.
that a tiger claw? He was like this. That's not paper. That's like claws. Are you
Yeah,
doing
it's a cat.
He's got
Okay,
reflexes like a
And
cat.
Patrick was a hairball. Actually, he wasn't a rock, and so that beats cat. So Patrick, lead the way
Okay. Fire.
with your finger fire.
Are you wanting me to ask you about something?
Chestnut
Ask me about
roasting
my.
on the fire.
Yeah. So I think last week I had mentioned that I went to go see Ronnie's 1-year-old boy Grayson for the first time on his first birthday party. What I did not tell you was the trip that I had to make over to his house. So he lives on the opposite side of the city, and the only way to get over there is not really a straight shot. It is you have to take the 275 loop around
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati, basically like
Every weekend.
all the way. And then you have to go 15 minutes off the highway into some backcountry roads. So I
Country
did this.
roads, take me home. Sorry.
No, it was Ohio.
You triggered
Sorry.
me. You triggered
Yeah.
me.
To a play.
I belong.
OH.
West Ohio.
Get out of here. West
Southwest
Ohio.
Ohio. But whoa.
I have been gonged for singing that.
That's what I think about that.
Yeah, I guess so. Get off the stage. Your West Ohio.
No,
song.
but so
Anyway,
I drove
continue.
my 2001 Toyota Camry, which I've driven for the past 16 years. And I got on the highway fine. I got off the highway, and as soon as I turned left off the highway, it would not get out of first gear. And it would not get into second gear for like 15 seconds. And so I get to his house. It was fine. Called my wife and I was like, hey, just a heads up. I might not make it home. We'll see. I got the tow truck. I got AAA. We're set if I'm not able to start the car or not able to get home. So we're there for a couple hours. I get back in the car, get back on the highway, no issues. Drive 35 minutes on the highway. I get off the highway at my exit and I try to turn left. And again, I could not get into second gear for like 15 seconds.
Right turns
The
only.
speed limit.
No more lefts.
Yeah. Well, the speed limit's 50, and I am going a cool 18 miles an hour for 15 seconds. So, just like, yeah, that's really what I was doing. I'm like, on the right, I'm in the right lane. I'm like halfway in the shoulder because I don't know if I'm going to need to get fully in the shoulder or if it's going to kick into second gear like last time. It did. I was able to get home, and it was Saturday. So I'm like, okay, let it sit over the weekend. On Monday, I'm going to take it into the shop. So I take it into the shop and tell him what's going on. He's like, well, we won't be able to get to it for a couple days, just to let you know. But we'll get to it. Calls me on Wednesday evening as soon as I get home from work because I had to drive the van into work. So he calls me and says, your transmission's done. And to get you can't get a new transmission because they don't make it for the 01 Camry.
Rebuilt?
Had to be rebuilt. And he's like, if you want to get it rebuilt, I mean, you can. It's going to cost you X amount of dollars. But really, the car's not worth that. Yeah. So you could either rebuild it and then sell it, and then you basically make no money off of that, or just use that money as a down payment for a new car. And so I was like, all right, I've made my decision. I'm going to get a new car. So, 16 years with this baby, I'm just like, this is the end of the road. I was hoping this car would last until Claire was 16, 15 and a half, which is about a year from now. Mm-hmm. So that it could be her first car. She could, kind of, with, newer drivers, a higher probability of getting in a wreck is much higher. So if she wrecked an older car, oh well. But so I was like, all right, well, I know what my budget is. I know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a sedan, under $10,000, under 100,000 miles, and within 30 miles of my house. And I got to tell you, the search results for that type of search, I mean, it's low, mm-hmm. Very, very small.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of swipe lefts.
A lot of Dodge Darts, Chevy Cruises, Hyundai Elantras, and
Nissan.
I'm
like Hyundai.
Yeah, the whole Hyundais.
The whole Hyundai.
Well, you only get those in West Ohio, so that's.
That makes sense.
But yeah, so it was basically like 4 cars. So I looked at all the different sites, 5 different sites with all the local cars, and they're basically almost all the same results.
Salvage title.
And so, and also what I also did look for was, no accidents. And when you do no accidents and a clean title, I mean, you're getting like 9 results.
Yeah.
So
there's 4 cars.
0 results. Refine it. So I looked on this other site, and there was a 2018 Nissan Sentra S, And I looked at it and I was like, oh, that looks like a car I would drive. So I just clicked the button, is it still available? And within 2 minutes, the person from the dealership called me like, yeah, it's still
Hey man,
available.
you trying to come down here and buy this like right now?
No. And I got to tell you, so Mark and I are in customer service. And when you talk to someone who's really good at customer service, you recognize that. And this person called me and they were not trying to sell me anything. They were just like talking to me like, hey, buddy, I found this car. You might want to take a look at it. It's pretty nice. I don't know how fast we'll or how long we'll have it. If you can get up here and take a look at it, now would be the best time or soon. So I go up to the wife. And I'm like, hey, I found a car. We're not doing anything tonight. Let's just go up there and take a look at it. And we went up to the dealership and I did not leave until I got that car. So I came home with that car. It's a 2018. I was driving a 2001.
Dude, that's
Things
quite
have
the
changed
upgrade.
since then.
I was like, I no longer have a tape deck. What am I going to do with all my tapes?
Yeah,
I've been using.
Throw them away.
You just went from like a Sega Genesis to a Dreamcast.
PS4.
Good job.
Yeah. So
you went much higher. Yeah, you definitely went PS4. That's awesome.
Yeah, just
PS4
a lot
Pro.
of
Yeah, with the
Wow,
French toast grill.
If I would have got the Nissan Sentra SL or whatever, the luxury one.
Oh, the one with
That
leather
might've-
seats.
that might have
so you
been a
can melt
pro.
your butt off in the summer.
But the S is like the lowest model or whatever.
Yeah.
So which is I don't care. It's a car to get me from home to work and work to home. That's really all I needed to and take Claire and Clark to school and things like that. So really, it's just an A to B car. It's not something I'm going to be taking on trips or vacations or whatever. It's just a car. So yeah, I got a new car this past week, and
Woo.
I got to tell you, after driving this thing for it's 7 days now, like I love it. I love having a new car. It's just so clean and nice. It has tinted windows, which my other car didn't have. So like this morning when I'm driving straight into the sunrise, a part of the windshield on the top is right where the sun was. And I was like, I don't even need sunglasses this morning. This is great. It's just the small things, my phone automatically connects to the Bluetooth. I don't have to go through hoops to do it. This is great. So, yeah.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Right?
I know.
You made it.
It was a 23-year-old car. If I
Pour
can
one
drive
out for
this,
old Patty Mayonnaise. The Patty Wagon.
Yeah.
I tried to ask you, did you ever name your car?
the Camry.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean,
You don't do that?
yeah,
Car.
I do. I do
on.
like the Paddy
Name it.
Wagon, and that was good. So when I go back and tell the story about how I got a new car, I'll call it the Paddy Wagon.
There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And this is going to be Patty Wagon 2.0. Now with
I mean-
modern features.
It's the Paddy
Yeah.
Wagon Pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Paddy Wagon
Paddy
Pro.
Wagon Pro.
That's the name of the
The Pro.
episode. The Paddy
Yep.
Wagon Pro.
Pro Max.
Oh yeah.
The Pro. God.
Hello, Patrick. How are you today? Are you ready?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, big stuff happening. So I'm like, all right, cool. Once you get a new car and you update your budget, you're like, all right, everything's going great. Nothing else as bad is going to happen at all.
Don't say
Never.
that.
That's
say
never. It never
Wait,
happens.
you didn't say? Did you say that out loud or think that out loud?
No. So today, my wife calls me and she's like, "Yeah, the window in the van is not going up." She's
Oh,
like, "I took
man.
it down. And all of a sudden, I heard like a clink, like something fell, and it won't go back up."
Actuator.
Yep.
So luckily, her brother is very handy with a lot of things. So took off the door cover on the inside and noticed that the motor is fine. There is a wire that is like a window regulator wire. I think that's something like that. And it had snapped. It had snapped. So it basically needs a new regulator wire. So it's a very cheap fix. luckily. But
Yep.
you know, like stuff comes in threes. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I started kind
I
of.
peed on your carpet. That's the next thing.
I was helping my dad and mom put the. They got a new 55-inch TCL TV. They were using a 42-inch like from like 2005.
Oh,
It was
man.
an old one that like the flat screens, but they're still like 50
They're like
pounds.
that thick on the
Yeah,
back.
yes. Yeah.
Yep.
And
plasma
I
television.
knelt down to put on the feet to the TV, and I knelt straight in my nephew's pee. I was like, why is the carpet wet? I don't know, Margot.
Gross. Knee a pee? I haven't
Yeah.
done that one before.
I was like, well,
Pee knee. You got a pee knee.
why is there pee on the carpet?
That's
Yeah.
old
Sorry,
P.
Mark.
Patrick.
What were you saying? Yeah.
I would burn those pants, burn the house down.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
jeans don't get dirty.
Mark's
Jeans never
arson.
get dirty.
Mark is going
Mark.
That is unequivocally false.
Burn the house down. How dare you?
Not in my house.
Not in your house. No pee here.
Well,
Burn
this
it.
house is ruined.
There's only one place where that pee goes.
In the trash, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty much Earl side of things. On the Iffle side of things, my son and I watched a couple movies this past week.
Good.
So we've watched Sandlot and those types of movies so far. So we're watching more of the '90s sports flicks, and we rounded out the Mighty Ducks series and watched D3. Oh my gosh, it is bad.
Oh, it's not that bad. Calm down.
Oh,
I don't.
they
even remember
use like
D3.
animated like Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner sound effects when people are running.
Oh
and
yeah.
stopping. Yeah. No, it was very, very goofy. It looked like it was a straight to home video. I don't even know if it was, but that's
It
what
had
it
to
felt
be.
like.
And
Is
they
what it
didn't
felt
go
like.
back to
I
that
don't
franchise for like
Think
15,
so.
20 years.
I think that went to the theaters.
No, I can't imagine it doing well. It
Mighty
was
Ducks 3.
It's all about defense, my friend.
D3.
It's all
D3
about
the Mighty
defense.
Ducks.
D3, and we watched it on Disney Plus, and the screen, the preview screen has the Mighty Ducks and Gordon Bombay on it. Gordon Bombay was in that movie for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, but man, he was an integral 5 minutes. He got into
he
lawyer
was.
zone and he
Yeah.
saved the day.
Amelia was like, deuces.
He did. Everyone's like, "Ooh, he's good." It's like,
Okay.
And-
all right, all right.
God, this thing has a 5.5 on IMDb.
No, it was nowhere near the goodness of D1 and D2. Do they call it D1? I guess they don't.
No,
I don't
they
think
just
so.
called it the Mighty Ducks.
No,
Yeah.
I think the first one was just Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
So he loved it, which is really all I care about, and is
There you
when
go.
I'm recommending movies. And then the other movie we watched was Little Giants with Rick
Oh,
Moranis.
good movie.
That's classic. We haven't
Such a
watched
good
that
movie.
kid yet. I forgot about that movie.
Yes. Such a good movie. Another 10 out of 10 for him.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? I really need to watch Rookie of the Year with the kids.
Have you not watched it yet?
Funky Butt Love, and I have not.
Yeah.
Can you believe
Yeah.
that? I'm
Clark-
like, that movie is so good, and I just have such fun. It's like up there with Sandlot for me. I just
Yeah.
remember
The music
so
score in that movie
many-
is so good.
many things.
You know that
Yeah.
made me just think of, which I haven't thought of, like a memory unlocked moment. Because I'm pretty sure, if I might be thinking of the wrong. Yeah, I think this kid was in a movie called A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
Yep, same kid.
Same kid.
Classic.
I haven't thought about that movie in forever and a day.
Oh my gosh.
He
Yeah,
was like
I don't-
famous for 5 minutes. Like
Yep.
he was the kid that, we had like a missing tooth or one bigger tooth. I don't remember how it worked with his tooth, but I don't know.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
something
it was
about the way he
memorable.
smiled.
He had
It was
jacked up teeth. is what
memorable?
you meant to say.
Did you say
Yeah,
memorable?
he's memorable. He's such a memorable guy.
Such a memorable kid. He's got a memorable teeth and everything.
He got a memorable teeth.
That's right.
Oh,
Ian Nicholas.
Wow,
We're,
I didn't
we're
think it could
English over here.
I didn't think it could get worse. Like as far as movie ratings.
What's up?
A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, 3.7.
4.7 on
Oh, okay,
IMDb.
4.7.
Guess the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh no, does it even have a
10%.
score?
Lower.
Low?
5. 5%.
I mean, maybe it's because I was a kid back then, but like I don't remember it being that bad.
I
We did
mean,
have
yeah, when
different
you're a
tastes.
Kate
kid, you have
Winslet was in that?
yeah. What?
Kate Winslet was in this movie
Nuh-uh.
as
Sure
Princess
was.
Sarah.
You want to know who
Princess
else was
Sarah's
in that movie?
Will you paint me
Daniel
like you? Will you
freaking
paint me like
Craig.
you did paint those
Really?
French
Daniel Craig was in that?
I need to watch this now. I need just
Wow.
for the
Nuh-uh.
star power of this.
Who was Daniel Craig in that movie?
Master Kane?
The
Oh,
bad
yeah.
guy, I believe.
Sounds like a wrestler.
That does sound like a
Kane is
wrestler.
a wrestler.
Master Kane. I know, but the master in front
Ooh,
of it.
did you enjoy
Speaking of wrestling,
Yes.
SummerSlam was this
Yeah.
past Saturday, and holy moly, it starts at 4, 3 hours of just pregame, and then the show starts at 7, and it ended like 11:15 or something like that.
Oh god, it didn't go off till 11.
There were like 7 matches, and 6 of them were for titles. So it was one of, usually they only have like maybe 2 or 3 titles on the line in these PLEs, but they had 6 of them. The only ones that weren't on the line were the tag team titles, which was fine with me. But yeah, SummerSlam is the second best next to WrestleMania. So it has that WrestleMania feel, and it delivered. It was really good. Roman Reigns returned after 4 months after losing at WrestleMania to Cody Rhodes. So that was cool. Yeah, I loved it. I know it was awesome. It was
My kids, we were at a birthday party, and my kids, I guess they had it on. We left like right when it started, but as we were packing up to get in the car, my kids were just transfixed on the screen. Like it was the first wrestling match between the ladies.
Yeah, Rhea
My
Ripley
daughter
and
was
Liv
staring
Morgan.
very
Yeah.
intently, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to shut that down. You're not allowed to do that."
You don't powerbomb your kids? Come on, you got to be doing that. Elbow drops.
I mean, the boys, yeah, I'll probably power bomb them. If I do it to Finley, she's gonna cry.
Makes me think of that Sprite commercial where
Yeah,
Sting comes to the kid's house.
Yeah, Sting comes.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of Roman Reigns, I was watching Raw tonight, and they are releasing a collab between WWE and Ninja Turtles, and they are releasing a Roman Reigns action figure cross with Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
It is really cool. And it gets released sometime in December. I have no idea, but once I find out, it's exclusive to Target. If anyone out there finds one of these, please buy it,
like
ship it to me, and I'll pay for
figure?
it. It is an action figure. Yeah, so look up Ninja Turtles Roman Reigns.
Don't tell me
I'm
what
sure-
to do.
Sorry. If you want to,
I would highly recommend.
yes. You can go to
Ninja
Google
Turtles.
You sure can.
and
You can
Yeah.
tell Ryan what to do. He's doing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the face mask of Shredder. He's got the shoulder blades, and he's got like a ninja skirt or of sorts.
I see it.
Yeah, he's got the Roman Reigns like logo, like in blood, on his face, streaming down. More like war paint, I guess.
Yeah. He's got like kind of like whatever his little skirt / belt towel. It's very reminiscent of a Titan butt towel from Destiny 2, honestly. He's a Titan man. He looks like a Titan man.
Oh my gosh. Leave it to you to bring it back to Destiny.
He looks like a Titan man.
Go shut your face and go play some Spider-Man.
Don't
Killing
tell
me,
me what to
Smalls.
do.
I'll tell you what to do. I've been telling you what to do, and you don't listen.
You're right, I don't.
Take your medicine.
I did. I took my medicine this morning.
Yeah, and then so like on the rest of the IFL front, gaming front, playing some Fortnite, Minecraft Dungeons, NCAA football, WWE standard stuff. Going just rotating them, and then in God Life, the wife and I started Chosen season 4 finally.
Yes, let's
good for you.
go.
Yeah, we're in episode
What?
2
You
now.
just said season 4. We're in season 6
We're in
now.
season
We're
5.
in-
We got the early release.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
episode?
episode 2.
How many
We're
episodes are you
we're like 10 minutes left of episode 2.
Okay. All right. You need
Yeah.
to give me like
oh my gosh, it was an hour and 20 minutes for episode 2. And I'm
dude,
like,
I mean,
This is
episode 1 was
movies.
long.
these
I
are
watched
movies.
the first episode. I haven't watched the second one yet.
bro, we watched all 8 episodes in the theaters, and every single time it was 2 hours at least. So every episode's like an hour long. It's glorious.
This is great.
I need a live text of stuff, or you need to just send me your thoughts after each episode from now on.
Okay, we'll do. I got it.
Tell me what to do.
Especially the episode that ends in a hug.
The episode that ends in a hug.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
You'll know. One of my favorite episodes.
Okay.
But I won't
I'll be
say
on the
anymore.
lookout for the hugs.
Just be ready for hugs. When you see the hugs, send me a message. Give me your
Gotcha.
thoughts.
Okay. Well, that's it for me.
I'll go next since Mark.
Oh, Ryan.
is
Okay.
Oh, right.
currently rebuilding his computer.
Okay.
Da-dong, da-dong.
Shotgun's coming out.
Everything's
The
fine.
gong's back.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Mark
fine.
is back.
Is it
Back again.
making any noise?
No, currently we're good. Technical gremlins happen, and that's just part of life when you're, in
We're
Speaking of
doing-
bad movies, man.
parts of the world.
Yeah. We're doing troubleshooting on the fly.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
That's
No,
the
if
one
you
thing I
can't turn
haven't
it
tried.
off. Then we
Yeah, that would be a
Yeah.
bad idea at this point.
If you turn it off, the stream ends. So, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Good night, everybody.
That's for sure. Good night.
We'll get to Ryan's update next week.
Yeah. Tune in for an exclusive cliffhanger.
Same GMG time, same
Yep.
GMG channel.
Yeah. So
Life?
yeah, let's go with life. Let's go with
Iffle?
normal life
Earl?
because I don't.
Diggle?
Honestly, I don't even know what's happening in real life right now at this point. Like,
Is this
That's
real
fair.
life?
That happens.
it's just work. It feels like a flurry of just.
fantasy.
It's just work. It's all just been work.
work.
Which
Sorry.
is kind of going to put a damper on work this week because of the hurricane that is apparently coming through.
Yep.
Ugh, Yep.
And most of the things that I need to do are outside. And
Mm.
electricity and water, in case you didn't know, they're a big no-no. So
I've heard
I
that.
will not be doing any of that.
That's a good call.
I like electricity. I like drinking water.
Right, but together they make bigger shocks and bigger booms.
Yeah.
No, I have like an AC that I need to install. Aaron,
Yeah, in Baltimore.
no.
Please
no.
head up there.
Just
I need
wait.
to.
Just wait till you see his life update.
I read it earlier.
Oh,
today,
man.
and I
Oh,
was
man.
just
Spoilers.
like,
No
eh.
spoilers.
Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
All
Do
right,
it.
fine.
Yeah, honestly, do
I
it.
don't
man.
have it up
Like,
now.
Doing it
It was-
live.
yeah. It makes me so mad. Like
Okay. Are we ready?
for all
No.
the things that have happened wrong with that. Like I get some delay, but like it's been
1 week.
That's Ben.
since you looked at me.
yeah, I was thinking it too. It's been.
Dude, you can't just say it's been and then pause
know.
unless you want to.
Do y'all have that bad habit too, where someone like stops a sentence or begins a sentence with something?
Oh, my wife,
Yes.
it drives her nuts.
You have to get it out, otherwise you can't continue.
I've started to notice that I do it like, and then I've now noticed that people
I've-
don't really like it when I do
Yeah.
that. But I
I've got to
don't care.
share. There's a TikTok video that I'll have to share with you of this guy basically doing that, and it's hilarious. It's so not safe for this channel, but for this show. But
I think I know which one you're talking about, Mark,
Yeah.
and it was funny. Yeah, because he was trying to hold it in.
Yeah.
That's bad.
All
You
right.
have like singing
So-
Tourette's.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Right,
audio
right.
Tourette's. That's maybe that's what it
Like
should
a
be called.
Muppet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Are
are
we
we
ready?
are we going to his update?
Yeah, go to his update.
Just waiting
Okay.
on you, sunshine.
It's right there.
All right. Your princess is in another castle. Iffle decided to spin up Assassin's
Yes.
Creed. Is that how you say it? Spin up?
That's
Yeah,
what he
like
said.
you put the disc in and it spins up.
Spin
Took it for a spin.
All right. To spin up Assassin's Creed Valhalla again. Mainly because it's easy for me to play it while using my desk bike to burn a few calories. You need to like plug in the desk bike as a controller and beat the game like that one woman who beat Elden Ring with a DDR pad
DDR
and
pad.
a controller. She
How?
beat the game.
How
Like,
does she beat
the game twice at the same time. I don't understand. How do women multitask like that? That's crazy.
We're not wired for that.
I mean, I would just be mashing my legs, like I was doing track and field on Nintendo and just mashing buttons, and I couldn't get out of the tutorial area. Like, that's just
Lol.
that's
Ugh.
crazy. That just blew my mind. Anyways, I digress. And clear my throat. Although I think the mountain of patches that have been released since the original game, we're talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, by the way, not Elden Ring or DDR pads.
Yep.
Dropped have janked some of the AI. Also played a teeny bit of Baldur's Gate 3. What is a teeny bit? Like he
I don't
booted
know.
it up.
Baldur's
and
Gate is huge.
Yeah, he
so
walks-
the
he
He
teeny
walked
made
bit,
his
with-
character.
I walked to a tree and I tried to romance the tree and I turned it off because it didn't.
The tree.
You turned off the game or you turned off the tree?
Both.
The tree
It
just
was
lost
that
all of
kind
his
of
leaves
day.
and died immediately. Like, no.
no.
Oh man!
You're
All right.
barking up the wrong tree.
Ah.
Hey.
All right, Earl. Okay. So last Thursday, the contractors came to repair and repaint the walls that they had that had been damaged by our neighbor's AC leak. They also tried to cut off the metal sheets for the new HVAC unit, but it turns out those sleeves were welded into a load-bearing wall for the entire building and couldn't be removed. So they had to cut out 4 inches of space at the bottom in the hopes that the HVAC people can find a way to fit it in the closet. The HVAC contractors, after they magically became unavailable by phone for several days, finally scheduled us for August 13th, to see about putting the new HVAC unit in. Thing is, I'm so sure at this point that something else will go wrong that I'm not even excited about that. Even beyond the obvious discomfort of being hot all the time and tired because I can't sleep well in a hot room, it's just been mentally exhausting to have no control over a situation and have things go wrong over and over again. I have issues with depression, which I think I've mentioned before, and it's so hard to think positively about my life and future when you're getting messed over by things out of my control. I'm sorry things are so heavy this week, but I know everyone was waiting to hear from me after I skipped the last mailbag and felt like I had to be honest. Thanks for listening. Peace.
No, man, that's life. That's real life.
It is.
So
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
I can't not say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but man, that's so many lemons. Like you're gonna have to find some sugar somewhere and just
Yeah.
get to it. That's tough, man.
I mean, how
I'm sorry.
long really has it been?
It's been all
It's been-
summer.
Yeah, it's literally
What,
been all
like 4
summer.
months or
This has been
something
a
like that?
Ten
record-setting-
months since you've had
Yeah.
AC.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
has
to
been
be
a record
honest,
heat summer. Like, so
Yeah.
it's
Telling you,
obviously
man. It's gonna be
I-
winter by the time they get it done.
I know he's not going to need the AC anymore.
Correct.
yeah. Unless it's a heat
Oh,
pump,
man.
and then he will absolutely need that because
Yeah.
If he needs
It
a
runs-
new
it runs both
heater,
ways.
Ryan,
I'm sorry.
I blame you. I blame you. for
No,
all
this so something very similar to this happened to me at my first apartment. It was shortly after I moved in that I was working on the maintenance department for that property. So I had to
Mhm.
clean out my apartment myself, paint it, carpet clean it, do all the things. I had to do the punch and everything. And
Oh my goodness, it's like Tetris in here right now.
Mark, it's going nuts. It's like 8-bit Christmas.
It
It's
went
like
worse.
like a little
It's
8-bit Chewbacca.
It's calm now.
It had a little tune to it.
Yeah,
It did have a little tune. But yeah, the same thing happened. Like after I moved in and got all my stuff done, my AC went out, and it's a heat pump. So I was like, okay, well, if they order me one, I'll just replace it because I know how to do that. My property manager at the time did not order me one, or did not want me to order one, because it would mess up his budget. Or his bonus, really, is what it was. So for a year, I lived without heat or AC. So I understand where you're
been
coming
there.
from, Aaron. It is not fun.
man.
I also about lost my religion on that man and told him, if you don't let me buy an AC, I'm gonna stomp you out in front of all your residents. I don't care at this point. Like, you're gonna let me get an AC. I'm gonna order it, and
That's
you're
crazy.
just gonna have to approve it because I'm not sending it back. And
What
then
a
he finally,
ding-dong.
relented and did it. But yeah, man, it's tough. It's real
You
tough.
should have like gone to his house and stole his AC. Just like
I
pull it right
mean,
out of there.
people do that.
An eye for an eye. You know what I mean? Tooth for a
Yeah.
tooth.
Yeah, it's biblical.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye.
Yeah.
It
You
is.
know what's interesting about eye for an eye is we, when we look at eye for eye, we see it as really barbaric. But I've been listening to Bible Project talk about the Sermon on the Mount, and actually, eye for an eye was meant to prevent people from overdoing it, and
Yeah, I heard that.
like you looked at
I
me
remember
wrong,
hearing
and I
that,
rip
them
your
say
face
that.
out, like rip
Yeah.
your eyeballs out, like whoa, eye for an eye. If they look at you weird, you look at them weird. That's it. Stop there, please. It's just kind of funny to think like the mindset of people back in the day. But I digress. Yeah. I'm sorry, Aaron. It sucks. And as Ryan just told you, you're not alone. So Ryan feels
Yeah,
your
man.
pain.
I know that pain of living without AC, and it was like it went out during the summer. I mean, it wasn't nearly as hot as it's been, but I know that struggle. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what AC's like anymore. We just open and close the windows, and we survive.
yeah, I
And in
tried
the
to
words
do
of
that,
Kelly Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So live by that wisdom.
or makes you melt, because it's so hot.
I mean, I didn't hear that lyric when I listened to that.
It was
song
in the
last
background. It was one of the ad libs.
Was it?
The heat never bothered me anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
night. Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, watch some Frozen. Think cold.
Is it still there?
Oh
It's
yeah.
all the time.
It's having a little party.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Lucas, you didn't introduce our fifth member of the podcast, Static.
It's
Technical
8-bit
gremlins,
Chewbacca,
guys. They're
Patrick.
the greatest.
Oh yeah.
This happens like almost every single time at my mobile campus that I go to at Garner. There is always something wrong. No, it is not.
No, it's not doing it now. No,
We are garbage truck on fire.
no, we are Static truck on fire.
It's fine. When
Tonight.
you unmute, just talk really loud over.
And then
the
I want to
static.
say, just say it really fast. Oh, what about the hello? It's Mark.
Oh yeah, I remember
Do
that
that again.
episode.
Please.
I want
I
that.
love those episodes.
Hello, Patrick. How are you today?
We
Ryan,
made things work.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We're gonna figure it out.
Ryan, you got Earl. Where were you at?
I don't remember. There wasn't.
If Aaron
There's
had
not
to
a
go
whole lot going
interject.
on in my life, to be quite honest.
Aaron interjected his story.
Work, come home, sleep, get up, work.
Not playing anything except Destiny. You still playing Destiny too?
No, actually, this past weekend I did like a raid or part of the raid, the new raid, And then all of what was that, Sunday? My wife and kids went to Great Wolf Lodge, and to just hang out with her friend. I don't get to do these things because I don't have enough time built up to take off yet
Oh
because
yeah,
I
I know
switched
that
jobs.
move. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I was
Heard
like,
that
okay,
one
well,
before. I just
I was
don't
like,
have
okay,
enough
well,
time. I
Yep.
guess I'll stay
Yep.
home by
yep.
myself.
I was like, well, I guess I'll just stay here with Gizmo, and we're just gonna chill. And I took him for a walk, and we came back.
The end of Gizmo chilling time.
Yeah, and then I sat on like from 1:30 till like 8.
1:30.
I was
1:30 to
playing
1:30.
I was playing Borderlands 3.
All right. That's
Um
something. Not what we talked about or agreed upon, but
it's not
it's
at
not
all.
Destiny. That's a step in the right direction. Still got, it's got your guns,
Well,
so you're
I
holding
don't
on
know
to
if
that a
you've
little bit.
heard the news about what's going on with Destiny lately.
I
It's
haven't. I
not
don't pay attention.
it's not the greatest. Long story short, they just did a round of layoffs late
Oh, I did hear
last
about that
year.
actually. Yeah.
I think it was like October 23rd of last
Uh-huh.
year. This past week they announced, was it last
More?
week? Yeah, another
Okay.
round of layoffs.
Recently.
Yeah,
That works. You don't have to give us a
another
date.
like 17% of their
Yeesh.
yeah. So like
And they're
220
big. They're a
people.
big company. Yeah.
Yeah, 220 people gone. Plus they're
Wow.
moving 155 people, trying to like integrate them into Sony somewhere at different roles. They're like Bungie is just very poorly mismanaged as
Yeah.
far as like their higher ups go. Like the biggest thing that everybody like latched onto is their CEO. Like right after right after they found out they were going to need to do all these layoffs, he just went out and spent a cool 2.4 million on vintage cars. I'm not
That's
saying
it?
like that's his money. I'm sure it wasn't like it's his money from running the studio. That's his
Hey,
prerogative.
maybe
He can
his
do what
car
he
got
wants with that.
maybe his
But
car
like,
got stuck in first gear and he needed to
right.
find himself an $8 million
Yeah, sure.
banger,
It
little
was several
clunker.
it was several cars, like
I'm gonna get
old
myself
vintage BMWs and Mercedes Benzes. Like that's his money. Sure, whatever. Do what you want. But like the thing that made it really weird was like he invited people to his house to come check out all of his new cars, and then like 2 days later they were laid off. So like
oh,
it's
that's
so
terrible.
scummy, dude. I
Yeah.
truly firmly believe it's not gonna get any better for Bungie, honestly. So I'm probably gonna not be playing literally hardly ever, which is kind of what I do now. I know that you like I joke about always being online and playing.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. Like I'm truly not. Like I get online when my friends ask to do a raid or somebody wants to run an activity. Other than that, I've been playing Flintlock or Borderlands 3, or I just literally before we started recording was playing Neon White down here on my computer. I've not I've not been really playing
Mhm.
Destiny. It's hard to like I want to support the devs that are still there because what they have made is truly a great game. Like they did what they were supposed to do, but for them to just be thrown away like nothing because of someone else's poor decision making, it's not great. It's just not great. So yeah, that's kind of it for Iffle. I haven't really watched anything else. It's mostly just been like Borderlands 3 or I'm probably gonna do another run of Flintlock because I want the achievements now. So because I was playing on story mode, and story mode doesn't give you achievements. So I have to play on
Oh, that's the worst. You gotta have
fun.
achievement. You gotta have like achievements and trophies on story mode.
Yeah,
it's like
it was
the bread and butter of it.
Yeah, it was a poor decision on their part, but it's fine. I'm gonna play it again. I want to see if it gets actually any harder, because if it does get harder, I feel like it's gonna train me for whenever I actually jump into Elden Ring, which
Uh-huh.
I don't know when that'll be. I'm kind of waiting for it to go on sale. See if there's if I can just catch it on sale sometime.
Gotcha.
Other than that, God Life. Well, I shared my update with God Life in our other text thread that we got going on. Church is weird right now. It just seems like there's stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel great, just because, again, a bunch of people are about to get laid off. My heart goes out to those people that are now about to be let go, but like the way that they're doing the layoff is really weird, because it's not like now. It's not like a just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. It's
Mhm.
going to be over like the next 8 months or something like that. So like there's just so much uncertainty about who's going and about when you're going. So it just kind of feels weird. I feel like there had to be a better way to do that, but I'm I'm not a church leader, so I have no idea. So yeah, just that's the biggest thing going on right now. And then my buddy Tommy is leaving. Great guy. He's going to lead at another church down in Florida, so I'm gonna miss him like crazy, but I know God's got something for him. Yeah, and then I'm just chilling where I am. I still love my church. I'm still gonna serve as much as I can, and we'll see what this next few years at Hope looks like. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, we'll definitely be praying for Hope Church and the people there.
Also, real quick, I bought this specifically because
it's whited out. Okay.
Yeah, I bought that specifically.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's the Marc Boucher beer.
Bobby Boucher. So, in honor of you, Mark.
First off, how bad does this sound right now?
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not horrible.
It sounds better than.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll take this over static, so we'll just deal with it. This is my work headset.
Oh, nice.
But, yeah. But yeah. So that's my uncle's name, by the way.
Oh, Bobby.
Yeah, his name's Bob.
Bobby.
Dang it,
Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby. What do you think you're doing, son?
Messing with
About
my
to smack you, boy.
Sound like Luke Bryan.
Or Luke Bryan sounds like Hank Hill.
Yeah, that's interchangeable.
Oh.
So, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Go, Mark.
Shoot your shot. Live your
You
life.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't miss.
Cool. Well, first off, sorry to everybody for the audio issues. I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm thinking, because I've tested everything else, it's probably my the
Microphone?
box. No, not the microphone.
Your interface?
Yes, the interface. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. The audio interface, because I've tested everything
the
else.
box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It does have a face. It has a face in it. It's an interface.
So so I may grab the one that I have at the church and test that and see.
Would you
Ooh,
like
stealing.
to borrow the
Stealing
one that
from the
is
church.
currently sitting on my desk doing nothing?
I mean, that would be wonderful. I mean,
Okay.
let me test the one I have at church,
Okay.
and see if it continues to happen. Because if it doesn't, that tells me it's the interface.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah. So on the Earl side of things, So we are officially, for my sister-in-law, we are officially in baby watch mode. Because she started
It's
having
just time?
contractions. Yeah, she's been having contractions the past several days. So, and she has her last two children were all born 2 to 3 weeks early. And
It's about to get crazy in your house.
yeah, it already is crazy in this house, but
Baby fever. I got a fever.
I would not want to be on the meal train for your house. Let me just say that. Like, you
Yeah.
need to feed 42 people.
well,
We have
we're
3 turkeys and 6 ovens.
Best
I
I,
mean,
can do is 2 fish and 5 loaves.
Whatever works.
well, they would only need to worry about my brother and sister-in-law and their kids. Then we're good. I mean, if you got extra,
Extra
Pizza.
baby food.
Everybody
They're gonna put the
we
plate on
got,
the ground. You're gonna over there like, yes, thank you.
yeah.
Everyone always does pizza or lasagna, and that was just with
And I can't.
Kingston.
Okay.
With Kingston, it was literally 3 lasagnas in a row. Like that when we had our meal train, I was like,
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
dude, y'all know, like, and they weren't even cooked lasagna. It was just the Stouffer's frozen lasagna. You know how minimal effort that is that you did.
Don't those
I
things
still
take
have to cook it for
45
like
minutes
2
to an
hours.
hour? Yeah.
Yeah. 3 hours later.
I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, and plus, I can't eat any of that. So there's that.
There's
No.
that.
But yeah, so we are in baby watch mode for them. So we'll see. I had guessed that she was gonna have to head to the hospital tomorrow. But we'll see. We shall see.
Mhm.
So there's that, and then
If
also
she needs a newborn baby photographer, hit me up because I'll tell my wife. And
It's
then,
good to know.
No, you need to go fix Aaron's air conditioner first.
Yeah, you
before
drop
offer
off your
any
wife.
other services.
He can go fix Aaron's AC and everything.
Yeah, she can
and then
just-
Bernice can come fix.
Yeah,
take the
she
photos.
she traveled. She went to the beach to take pictures. She could drive up there. That's not that far.
No,
Yeah.
you've got to come there and you drop her off, and then you go to Baltimore and
Okay.
take care of Aaron's HVAC.
I will.
And then you pick her
Aaron,
up on the
just
way
give
back.
me an address.
I got his address. I just
All
have
right,
to
well,
make
then
sure
we're
it's
just gonna
okay that
roll
I
up.
give it to you.
We're gonna roll up on them.
But yeah. So we're pretty much all hands on deck in that respect. Sunday, we actually went and met up with my wife's side of the family to celebrate. So technically, it was her grandmother's birthday, who has passed, and so it was her first birthday in heaven, and so we just decided to get together as a family and
Mhm.
went out to lunch. We went to Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh,
I'm
is that the one with
sorry,
the peanuts on the
Did you get a
table?
steak?
no, that's
No, that's Texas Roadhouse.
Texas
That's
Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. They're so interchangeable to me. I don't.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
But sorry, Ryan, I was in Greensboro, and yeah, so unfortunately, I was not.
of a gun.
I was not in Greensboro for very long, though. So, but yeah,
Next time you're in Greensboro, let me know. I'll get you to meet my brother,
cool.
my
Cool
younger
deal.
brother.
Sounds like a plan.
He sounds exactly like me.
Fair enough. But so that was a good time hanging out with family and everything. On the watching things side, so on Thursday, this little TV show called Batman Caped Crusader came out, which, if you're not familiar with the show, it is an animated series, so Pat's out.
About Batman
It is about Batman, but
and his cape.
Pat, didn't you like Batman the animated series?
You
No,
don't like the
gosh.
animated series?
I never watched it.
It says
Get outta
animated
here.
in it. The title. Why in the world would he watch anything? It's bad
I
enough
wonder
if
if
it's
this is
animated.
live action.
Then-
Let me find out.
Yeah, Batman and Animate Day. Animate.
Get out of here! My goodness, those
That's
shows.
like one of the best series of all time.
Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, I bet it is for you.
goodness,
I'm happy for you.
you make me sad.
You make me
sad.
feel so
I'll buy you this
sad.
stupid toy, and now I'm not.
No.
So, Batman Caped Crusader is from the same animators who made Batman the Animated Series. It's from a guy named Bruce Timm, and they lean much harder into the 40s aesthetic, where Batman the Animated Series, even though it was somewhat like modern day, where Batman had like modern type gadgets and like he had computers and things like that, this leans heavily into the like the 40s type setting where Batman's got like lock picks and he uses like a glass board with like a map on it to map out
Oh wow!
criminals' plans and stuff like that. And but it's very like detective noir esque. And the amount of names attached to this, like obviously Bruce Timm is on it. He animated it. J.J. Abrams is an executive producer on it. Matt Reeves, who directed the Robert Pattinson The Batman movie, is an
Ooh.
executive producer on it. There's several writers like Marc Bernardin and stuff like that who are on it, who are all a part of this, and it's excellent. It's a great show. The only things that I will say is that they, and this is like an alternate universe kind of thing. They decided to take some liberties with the designs of the characters, of the villains in particular. And so they made the Penguin a female,
Okay.
and so
Penguina.
she is Oswalda Cobblepot, which apparently is an actual name. That's an actual
I
name.
don't know. Added an A to the end.
Oswalda.
Oswalda.
Apparently
It's
that is
just-
an actual name.
Yeah, when you add an A, it's feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah, to any name.
Is this Spanish suddenly?
Yep.
But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And the only problem I really had with it is she was voiced by Minnie Driver, who didn't really fit, I think, the look of the female penguin. I just don't think her voice fit the character. So, but other than that, like it wasn't bad.
Who's Minnie Driver again? What's she in?
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Matt Damon's love interest in that movie.
Vaguely.
Okay.
That doesn't help me.
So she's a very
Minnie
90s
Driver, Minnie
actor.
Driver.
We'll have
Yeah,
to think
I'd probably
about what
recognize
other-
her.
I have to think about what other movie she's in, but that's the one that comes to mind.
She's a voice in Tarzan.
She
Oh, she was Jane. That's right.
She was
Oh, okay.
Jane. Oh, yeah. No,
I mean, she's got a British. Oh, okay, I see.
Oswalda.
Oh, yeah. I remember her now.
I googled Minnie Driver and I got a whole bunch of golf club.
I did too.
It's two N's.
I typed in
Two
Minnie,
N's,
like
an I, and
MINI.
And I was like, wow, she's a
Like,
golf
look at all
club.
these
No wonder
Callaways.
it didn't match the voices and everything.
like Mickey and Minnie Driver.
Yeah, Minnie.
Her
Yeah,
name is
yeah.
actually Amelia Fiona Minnie Driver.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
But
Very interesting.
yeah, so they changed that character. They changed the look of Harley Quinn, which she's not related at all to the Joker. Like
Harley Quinn's a man.
No, Harley
It
Quinn
is
is
gender
a woman.
bend to everybody. That would be funny.
That would
No,
be it.
she is-
I'd watch that one.
She
Yeah.
is a different race in this.
Hello, Mr. J.
No, she's actually
How you doing? You know what?
my
Sounds like Forrest Gump.
Ugh.
Hey, Mr. J.
What
Hello-
you doing,
Hello,
Mr. J?
Puddin.
You know what they say, Mr. J, when life gives you a box of chocolates,
You blow it up.
No,
you
blow it
gotta
up.
smash it in the face.
Yeah.
Is she black?
She is Asian.
She's Asian.
Yes. But she's
Interesting.
a completely separate character. Like she stands on her own, not associated with Joker at all.
Is she Harley Quinn or Harleen Quinzel?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. But the design looks different. I mean, still very much in the same vein, but the design, like the colors and the overall design, looks very different. But other than that, I mean, I very much enjoyed the show. I liked the actor that they got to play Bruce Wayne and Batman. His name, and I know y'all are going to make fun of this. His name is Hamish Linklater,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
but he does a very good job of it.
So
And
is Batman Irish?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, where's my Batmobile?
Do all Irishmen have that little sigh? Ah,
Oh, where's
Yes,
it?
they
Where
do.
is
I gotta
it?
get going, Alfred. I'm gonna be late.
John DiMaggio is Bullock.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they and Bullock is like super like bent cop, like he's bad in this.
Oh
in this
yeah.
show. Yeah,
He's bad. You
Yeah.
know it.
but I mean the animation is incredible. The voice acting I think is great. So
Swear to
if
me. Swear to me right now.
I've got a crime to solve, Alfred. Gotta get in the Batmobile.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
Something about potatoes.
If he was like, swear to me. Shut up, Batman.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to be the villain.
Yeah.
Hey, boyo.
What do we do when we fall, Master Bruce? Everybody's Irish in my
Where's my
version.
shillelagh?
Irish Batman.
My bat shillelagh.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I need to see a parody of this.
I mean, like looking at the cast, like it looks like a pretty good cast.
It's a good show, and it's a good spiritual successor to Batman the Animated Series. Is it better than that show? No.
I don't like
it's
how
too early to
pointy
tell,
his
right?
ears are.
But it's very much, if you look at the original Batman, like 1930s Batman,
They're
it's almost
yeah.
note for note. It's almost that suit.
1 for 1.
And so
Yuri Lowenthal is in here as someone.
yeah. I don't know who he was playing, but
Various people, I think is what it said.
which FYI, Yuri Lowenthal is Spider-Man from the PS5 Spider-Man.
I know.
I know for the rest of us here. But
They know who he is.
do they?
I mean, his data was leaked. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people know who Yuri
True, very true. But no, I very much enjoyed this show, and if you're into Batman, if you really liked Batman the Animated Series, and you like the gothic noir type stuff, then you will very much like Batman Caped Crusader.
There you go.
So,
Sorry,
Man,
we're
I feel like-
thinking about Irish Batman. No, Patrick made a
Patrick is being
With a-
ridiculous.
this always
With a
happens with
six-leaf
my
clover.
updates. I don't.
Hey, you
Six-leaf
said
clover.
Hamish. You said his name was Hamish.
Yeah, you warned us. You like set it up. I know you're gonna make fun of me. Let's go. Let's rewind the tape. You set it up. It was a softball pitch.
Because your history precedes you, your reputation precedes you. So, and you didn't disappoint.
That's right.
You know what? One of the first things about talking to people, know your audience, and you knew it.
You
knew
knew
it
your audience.
immediately.
Yeah. On the gaming side of things, on the IFL front, so I played that. I mentioned that game Enuchard last week, which is like a Zelda clone, basically.
Mhm.
And it's about this like this village that is going through like famine and things like that, and they used to have these guardians, these like deities that would like protect them and provide for them, but they have disappeared. And they also have these dungeons that people will scavenge through to try to scavenge resources and things like that. And every so often there is this like chosen one who wields this like mythical bell called the Audros bell, and they are called the bell wielder. And so your main character is that chosen one who is going through these dungeons and trying to bring back these guardians, as they're called. Shout outs to you, Destiny.
No shout outs for Destiny. Shoot
Okay,
that
fair
down.
Oh, come on.
No soup for
But,
you.
Ryan's back here dancing like, yeah.
But you're basically trying to bring these guardians back and bring peace to your land, and so that's the idea of the game. But I beat the game, and so I have moved on. So I told you guys last week that I had played and beaten a game called Solar Ash, which is made by an indie company called Heart Machine. And they are more famous for a game that came out in 2016 called Hyper Light Drifter. And I had never played that game, so I decided to go back and start playing that. So I have been playing through that and have been having a lot of fun with that. Very much up my alley. Same kind of top-down Zelda-ish action RPG kind of thing. And definitely can't play it without a walkthrough, because that game
lost.
you get lost.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm very much having fun with that game, and just moving the needle on that. And that, I think, is pretty much it for me.
All right.
Lucas.
Then
I think it's your turn to go next.
Well, I'd like to start off by saying it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. All right, so
Oh my god.
Where were the other drugs going?
Shoot. Okay. So I've been doing some things, some fake
Some
things,
stuff.
some real things, some God things. It's been good. Work has been very, very busy. I have this rotation right now going on. Rotation? That's not right. This rhythm happening where I work all day, and then we get home and I squeak in a little more work, like leading up to dinner. But once we finish dinner, I'm done. Like my brain goes blank. I'm like,
Stick a fork
nope.
in 'em.
Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Taking a break. And then the next day I get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, do a little work, extra work, then go into work and do some more work. But it's not all work and no play. It's been
1 week.
Dang it, I knew it. And so I didn't even I both wanted and didn't want to pause there, but I was like, I have to. It's been.
It's been a while.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Work has just been great. And I guess I'll start with Eagle, because we sometimes leave the best for last, but I want to lead out the gate with this great stuff. And I think with the first week of school, I think I shared with you guys that we do what's called Spiritual Life Emphasis Week. And we have chapel every day. We have different speakers, and usually it's in-house. So teachers and administrators usually speak about the theme of the year and share stories, and really try to encourage the students to just walk with Jesus and seek him and love one another, etc. It's been really good. It was really good. It was last week, so I can't say it's been really good because we're in the new week. But I tell you what, man, technology hates my guts. And I had to say it because we did middle school and high school all together. We had to move our chapels to the gym, and so it's not our standard setup. And I think I had said the first day that the sound had issues.
Yeah.
I believe I had mentioned that.
Yeah, you did.
This time, sound was beautiful, perfect. Except then the projector just decided to say, you know what? I'm going to overheat at least twice, if not 3 times.
I'm taking the day off.
And at one point, it went dead and disappeared in the middle of me saying, all right, let's read this Bible verse together. And I start reading it and nobody is reading it. And I'm just like, bruh, you're like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even, and they're just like, Mr. Ham, the screen's off. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then
Y'all got phones?
Yeah, get your phone. No, actually they don't. We
Oh.
last semester or last year we got wise and they have to give their phones in homeroom and then they pick them up at the end of school. So
How much has that like increased?
dude, oh no, what were we gonna say?
Like
Increased
how
what?
like productivity and everything.
Productivity, social skills.
Yeah.
I remember the first week that we took the phones away, kids were like, they were looking around as if they had never looked at nature. Like kids were picking up pieces of grass and blowing on them between their
It literally
thumbs.
touched grass.
They were like, look at this grass. Did you know we had grass here? But they did that thing where you stick the grass between your fingers and you make that burp sound.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
the little,
Oh,
What's
the little
that
like
big
the little
ball
whistle.
of light and gas in the sky?
yeah, what is that burning thing? It's making my eyes hurt. Quit looking at
Look
it,
at
you
it, dummy.
you big old dummy. But yeah, so the projector went out multiple times and we still rolled with it. It was fine. I try not to get too caught. It's I don't know if you guys, when you do presentations or I mean Mark understands because his microphone's been doing his interface.
Yep.
It just ruins. There's a piece of you that's just like, you know what, just forget it. Good night, everybody. Like there was a couple times I just wanted to say that during the
Yeah.
Thought about signing off. I was
yeah.
like, I'm done.
Mark knows I was sharing my screen and presenting during a team meeting this past Friday, and my screen sharing went dark like 3 or 4 times during it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, son of a gun. It like ruins my flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. It really
Now, if
does.
you look at page 4, son of a yeah.
If we weren't all on video, I would have been. You sound like the guy from Home Alone.
Yep.
But besides
What are
that,
you doing, Marv?
besides the technical difficulties, I'm just loving getting to just be there for students, hang out with them, talk with them. Yeah, so just loving it, just being a part of the journey of their lives, of school, kind of getting things established with like our discipleship meetings and with chapels and getting reorganized. It's been great. So I've really enjoyed that. In the midst of that, just getting to get back in the swing of things. One of the things I do, well, I say one of the things, it's like 5 of the things I do. I do like devotional times with all the sectors of the school. Like I do devotions with the workers, like the grounds crew and stuff, and Portuguese. And then I do devotions with I lead devotions with staff. And then the kitchen staff, the office staff. And so last year I did it most of the time. And I found that towards the end, I got really burnt out and kind of just one dimensional in my approach. So this year I wised up and I made a calendar right at the beginning of the year. And I have a like, they call it an escala, like where I go every 3rd meeting. Then there's another guy who does every few meetings, and then I'm going to be inviting guests. So I'm really excited to just kind of cross-pollinate areas of the school, like where workers will share testimonies with teachers share with office staff, and so that's been really cool to kind of start off on the right foot this time and start planning ahead, not living day to day, week to week.
Yeah.
And then in just like day-to-day conversations, I was going to lunch today or yesterday, and I don't remember how this came up before, but the guy who usually takes my lunch number, he took my lunch number and then he smiled at me and he just was like, I'm playing Hades. And I'm like, really? I can skip lunch. Let's talk. And so he told me yesterday and I didn't have time to talk then, but today we talked. And so we were sharing all kinds of things of favorite weapons and this and that. And it was just all flooding back. And by the end of the conversation, I'm like, ooh, I'm getting the itch to go back to Hades.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I want to play through the whole story again. It's so fun. So it's quite possible once I platinum Dead Cells that I'll just slide on over to Hades, maybe play through it a third time. And by the time I finish it all, because I'm not playing like hardcore, so by the time I finish it all, maybe Hades 2 will be heading our way.
I'm hoping it'll be, well, I'm hoping Hades 2 will be out next year. I mean, it's in
I do
early
too.
access right now, and
Yeah.
I the only
Wait,
play
it's
way you
only
can
in
play-
early access? I thought it was
Yeah.
out.
No, it's
Still
only in
early
early access on Steam right now.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, so we swapped Hades stories. It was really cool. And then it was fun kind of like sharing, like they knew I played Hades, but then I shared now that because they're like it was him and another guy, because we were talking today and then the other guy came up, and the guy it's a guy that works in the front office. He's like, hey, don't give him any tips. I'm ahead of him right now. I've finished, I've done 8 runs. He's only done 6, and I don't want him to pass me up. And but we started like sharing stories, and I shared some of my like my best runs, and I told them my fastest time, and they were just like, how in the world? I'm like, well, I mean, if you want to sit here another 15 20 minutes, I can give you all the tips you need to know to go really fast. So it was really cool to talk about that. And then on the rest of Fake Life, I'm save scumming my way through the difficulties. I finally caved. I couldn't do it the all natural, like just rinse, die, repeat, whatever. Naturally, I just don't play enough, so I wasn't getting the muscle memory going enough to get through the higher difficulties. So I get a good run, like I get a good build going in Dead Cells, and then I save and copy the save over, and then I play for a little bit, and if I die, I just reload the save instead of starting all the way back at the beginning. And with that, I beat Dracula finally. What a pain in the tuchus that was. The Castlevania part of Dead Cells, the DLC, is really cool boss fight, but the boss is like all over the level. And it's, most of the bosses in Dead Cells are on the ground and you can reach them at all times. This one, like his first form is like just huge, 15-foot Dracula man standing around. Dracula man doing that. No, it's Dracula man doing whatever a Dracula man can.
Oh my gosh.
What accent was that? Dracula man can?
Not
That
sure.
wasn't
Not
Irish.
sure.
Was that Irish?
I'm not
was
sure.
something.
No, that was not Irish. That
Dracula
was
man?
Norwegian or something.
That
I don't know.
Sing.
That
Yeah,
was Transylvanian. That sounded more like Dracula.
right.
Dracula man.
Dracula man. But his second form's like a flying Dracula man, I guess. Gargoyle looking thing. And I just you don't have the right weapons. You're just like, you feel like a little elementary kid trying to punch a senior in high school. Like you're just like, get come lower. I can't hit you. Stop it. Quit making fun of me. Yeah, it's like he's like messing up your hair with a laser beam, and you're losing all your life.
Holding your head while they're trying
Yeah,
to
while you're swinging. That's how I felt. I was just like, I mean, I had a build where I was melting everything, bosses, regular enemies, and then I get to this fight, and I'm just like chipping away, and I have no patience because for the past, hour of my run, I've just did everything. It took a few reloads of the save, but I got there. So, yeah. In real life, you just believe me.
Yep.
Have you got? I know Patrick hasn't played a bunch. Mark, you haven't either. Ryan, have you played Dead Cells before?
Very little.
Okay, I need you
I've
to
actually
just
played some.
play a little more. You did play a lot, Mark?
Not a lot. So
Okay.
I think I did.
I think it's still on Game Pass. I played
It
a
is.
couple of times, and I'm bad at those games. So
It's side-scrolling Elden Ring. It's not.
exactly. I'm bad at those games.
You know what? I understand because I'm really good at Dead Cells, but I'm really bad at Elden Ring and the Souls games. I just can't do 3D. I'm too old.
See, I'm better at 3D stuff then.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I need the field of view. I need to see everything.
See, for
around
me,
it.
you take out that third dimension, and I'm like, oh, this is easy. I just have 2 dimensions I got to work with. I can handle 2 dimensions. It's a multitasking for me. It's like it keeps it simple. So in real life, I went out on a date this past weekend with the missus. We went and got some. What?
I was
Glad
worried.
you finished that sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you finished that sentence the way you did.
With the missus?
Yeah.
As opposed to
Went on a
going on a
date.
date with just a random woman.
So we're gonna have a come to Jesus meeting.
Right.
Yep. Confession. No, I went on a date with my wife, and it was good. We went out to we went out to a Korean fried chicken place. That was pretty tasty. I got about both Ryan and Mark with back up with the head tilt. That was funny. I need to see a screenshot of that or a replay of them just backing up in sync with that. You tilted your heads the same way and everything. So
There's
little
actually
known
a
fact.
there's a Peruvian chicken place that just opened up in my
Really?
in my
I would-
hometown.
yeah.
So,
Alpaca?
You need to give that a try.
no, it's I
What,
forget
you
the name of
fart
it.
through your mouth, Patrick? Alpaca.
What?
I just laugh. Did you
Yes, he
I don't
did.
even know what just happened.
alpaca?
Yeah, it's a Peruvian. They say they're Peruvian.
He's just picking random animals.
You just said
associated with the
alpaca. I was like,
country.
what does that
No,
have to
that's
do
the
with
name
anything?
of a restaurant. Do you not have alpaca?
No, he only does
No,
Long John
we have
Silver.
ostriches.
Yeah, alpaca is a Peruvian restaurant that does chicken and all manner of sides and
Chicken.
stuff.
All right. Okay.
Chicken.
I believe.
All right.
I trust you.
So, little known fact, Kentucky's not the only place that does fried chicken. Korea also does fried chicken. And I would say it's better. Because
I
it's
mean,
got
I
the-
don't doubt that.
I mean, I guess Kentucky Fried Chicken's not the creme de la creme of
Right.
fried
Yeah,
chicken
no.
anymore, right?
No, that's
But it's
not.
really good for me because I love sauces and they just have all kinds of
Yep.
this one had like a soy garlic sauce on one of the fried chicken
That
deals.
sounds good.
Super tasty. And then they have a sweet and spicy
That also
sauce.
sounds good.
Oh, dude, it's making my mouth water just thinking about it. But we got that. And then the wife got a shrimp fried rice, and it was like shrimp fried rice in a bowl, like the mounded type of shrimp and fried rice, and then they put a fried egg right on top like a hat. And it was cool. I liked it. It's a good time. And then I got a sparkling watermelon drink to go with it, which is tasty. And then after that,
I made sweet love.
After
To my wife.
hours.
okay.
I'm glad you finished that.
Yeah, I'm glad I
sentence, too.
finished that one. Right? Wow. I'm turning into the
Finish your
skid.
sentences earlier, man.
I can't. It's more fun to stop halfway.
Stop pausing.
Okay. So
Finish
after
your
that,
sandwiches, man.
I can't even finish my story. It's gonna be so boring.
I'll shut up.
compared to
I'll
what
shut
we've been
Welcome
talking
to
about.
my updates.
I know this is what it feels like to be Mark. Maybe I'll do it with an
Sorry,
Irish accent. And so then we went to the symphony for the first time. I've never done this before. We
Oh,
went and saw a live symphony with lots of instruments, and they did that thing that you see in the movies and maybe you've seen in real life. I haven't, where the first chair plays the note. They're like, "Eh," and then everybody else is like
Tuning to it. Yep.
Yeah, like everybody does it at the same time. It's so
Yep.
cool. I love the
Mhm.
sound of that, of all the instruments doing the tuning.
Tuning to A.
But it was a symphony with Lord of the Rings music as the theme. And I tell you what, man, Lord of the Rings music, just as good as the story, the books, everything about that. Like,
Oh
that
man,
music is
yeah.
so good. So
they
good.
knew what they were doing.
Howard Shore, props to him. He rocked it out with that, with what he composed.
I feel like he won a Grammy
He had to win something for that because that music,
or an
I
Oscar.
mean, I can picture where, like, we were listening, watching and listening And we were just
I was
like,
about
yeah,
to ask, did they
that's 2
have
hours.
like for whatever song they were doing? Did they have
No,
like something?
they didn't even put up the names of the music. Like
Dang.
they had a projector up there and everything, and I'm like, come on, guys, give us something.
Like
I
at
mean,
least the scene that it came from, or something
right?
like that. And
Like highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it was amazing, and I recorded a bunch of moments and cropped them and just have like some of my favorite songs. The sound is like nothing like it is in real life, but it was still really cool just to experience it. There was one part where I can't remember which movie it is. It might be Fellowship, might be Two Towers. It's not Return of the King, but it might also be Return of the King. But it's the part where
It's one of those.
the orcs are coming, and they play a lot of the drums. They're like, don't, and then all of a sudden a lady's voice is just like, like that part.
Sounds like Lord of the Rings 1, 2, or 3.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? But I
Sounds
tell
like
you
Lord
what,
of the Rings.
I tell you
Lord
what,
of the
man.
Rings song.
I totally forgot about the woman's voice, and so they're doing the boom, 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 and then all of a sudden her voice cuts through, and it just like gives you chill bumps. Like people beside me
Nice.
and in front of us were just like, like they were looking at each other, and it just was like, woo, let's go. You
There
just
you
wanted to just go out there and
Lucas pulls
the
out a sword.
precious- Ah! We want to give it to us. We want the precious.
Looks like meat's back on the menu tonight, boy.
They're taking
the way-
they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Oh, let's do look like meat's back on the table, boys.
That actually fits a lot better than the Irish Batman.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
By the way, it did, in fact, Lord of the Rings won an Academy Award for Best Original Score and a Grammy Award for Best Score soundtrack.
They deserved every bit
Fellowship.
of that.
Yep.
Every bit of that. They deserved it. So it was like an hour, 40 minutes, and it felt like 40 minutes. Like the extra hour just flew by. It was so good. And we left, and I immediately got on. Oh, you guys are going to finish that? I was going to see. Anyways, I immediately got on Google and Googled the next symphony performance, and it's Symphonic Wars, Star Wars, baby.
Yes.
Ooh, let's go.
And we're totally
you're
taking
gonna-
the whole family. We're all going. It's like
Got the
$18
bug.
to go to this.
Oh,
each.
Total?
That's it. No, yeah, right.
That would be
That'd
amazing.
crazy. No, $18 a piece.
The whole neighborhood's going. Let's go.
Oh, let's all go. I'll buy all your tickets. All tickets on me.
Do you like Lord of the Rings? No? Well, too bad. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
Little Giants. He's trying to recruit all of his players. He's like, "Do you like football? No. Have you seen football? No." He's like, "Great, you can be on our team."
Yeah. You'll be great. You'll be great. So it was magical. So we're gonna go see Star Wars in January of next year. So that's
nice.
nice.
Sweet deal.
And that's that concludes real life, fake life,
Sweet deal.
God life. Well, that's all from us. How about you, that there joiners minus Aaron? If you want to share what's new in your neck of the woods, then let's do some quick housekeeping, shall we? Where we offer you towels, fluff pillows topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off to how you can connect with the GMGU on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. You can share what's new with you, just like Chris, Craig, Corey Smith did. Earl, work, hanging out with friends, nothing too crazy. Iffle, No Man's Sky, Enshrouded. Wow. Iggle, buckle up. This is the best news of the day. My oldest boy, Isaac, accepted Jesus at camp. Let's go.
Oh,
Amen.
praise
Yay.
the Lord.
Get on the J train. That's what I'm
Amen.
talking about.
Did he accept Jesus everywhere else, though?
No, wow. Nope, just at camp.
Just a camp. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that
I'm sorry. It's
doesn't-
low-hanging
It's not
fruit.
transferable.
back,
like,
Mark. He's got to accept Jesus at home and at school.
You gotta
Wow.
be specific there, Corey.
All
You're
right,
messing
back
Mark up here.
to Mr. Smith. Let's get back in the moment here.
I'm sorry.
He was so excited. He told the counselors not to tell us because he wanted to tell us himself. And it was the first thing he said when we picked him up. I can't even put into words how much of a blessing it is. I've been struggling with
God.
parenting and doubting if I'm doing enough. And this was a huge weight off, knowing that I have my kids in a great church where Jesus is taught well. 1 down, 3 to go.
Listen, you just be faithful
Yeah.
with what you got, and God will take care of the rest.
If your son accepted Jesus Christ without you being there, you're doing enough.
Yeah.
Definitely
man.
doing enough. What if you ever doubt yourself, you think back to this point, you are doing enough.
Yep.
That's awesome. Really
story.
awesome.
And remember, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. The weight's not on you. It's on him, and he is faithful. He'll do all his good work through you and your wife.
True story.
And now your boy. And he's going to be a light for the rest of his brothers and sisters.
Yes,
Now, we'll warn you that Jesus has a hard time working with siblings. So just to warn you that he might regress when he's interacting with his siblings. But hey, God can do the impossible. So let's see. Timmy P. Eagle. Both the wife and oldest stepson got job offers from new companies today. 30% pay increases.
Very nice.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
I
Iffle.
come work with y'all.
Yeah, there you go. Iffle, Fortnite with Mark, Justin, and Pat, college football, and my new favorite rogue, whatever, neon white.
Oh,
Yeah,
Heyo.
You
which I
rogue
believe is
whatever
on
it
Game
up.
Pass.
it's his own Game Pass.
Holy score chases, Batman. What a Game Pass gem. You have got to try it. BT Dubs, we streamed Fortnite in Discord, and that old Black Ryan made an appearance.
He sure
Great.
did.
Yes,
Hey.
he did.
Great chatting with you, brother. Later all. I was
I
adding
love
it.
you.
He
Love
does
you
love
all.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you all too. Love you, Timmy.
It was nice watching you guys. It was a good time. Patrick was literally doing all of the work.
That's what he
I
does.
didn't get to see a lot of what you did, Mark, but like before
that's
you
because-
joined,
I was gonna say that's because I came in like the last 5
Patrick
minutes and
was
showed up.
literally doing everything.
Yeah, that's about right.
I mean, when you come from Apex for 5 straight years of sweaty business, you come into Fortnite, man, it's really nice. It's nice to play Fortnite. It's so the map is
Patrick
huge.
running
It's
people
so-
over in the car.
That's one of my favorite things to do. It's one
Yep.
of my favorite things.
It's good time.
Griefing people with the car. Fantastic. All right. Well, that concludes our joiner updates. If you'd rather connect visually or spectatorly, there is YouTube and Twitch. And Discord, apparently. You can check out streams. So
Yeah.
join us, joiners, or join the other joiners as well. You can find their links in the Discord. Check them out. Finally, on Patreon and our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click that one link to rule them all, either in the show notes, or you can type it out real quick. Linktree.com/sidepipe, right pipe, the GMG pod. Of course,
Forward pipe.
forward pipe.
Forward
Sorry, what
pipe.
did I say? Right pipe?
I don't.
Don't Google
Forward
that.
pipe is
All
the
right, of
thing.
course.
Oh God.
If you can't toss your attention or
Don't tell me what to do.
but are still the giving type, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and Spotify. Speaking of, oh no, never mind. Speaking of nothing,
I mean, you are speaking of it.
I'm speaking of it. That's it. I should have erased. I need to update that. Okay, updated. I won't say that again. It helps us reach new joiners through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. So let your voice be heard. Literally, if you prefer, 929 GMG guys. We'd love to hear your voice. Your beautiful Irish voice. Give it to us in Irish. That's it. That's the only accent we'll accept from here on out. Got it? Alrighty then. Pat, Mark, and Ryan, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners. Go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.